Hey everyone, Dash Attack here, and I'm about to give you my review for Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves, as a regular D&D player of 5th edition. Now, some of you who are familiar with my channel might recall the video I did about the CBR article that had a lot of people worried about emasculated male leads. I bet you're all wondering, was that a problem and did it hamper the movie? I'd say the article is true to some extent, as Justice Smith and Chris Pine's characters aren't exactly like the most masculine or macho of characters. In fact, one of them mostly does all the planning while the others do the fighting, and the other one has self-esteem issues. However, none of these aspects actually hinder the movie. In fact, they actually work for the movie's favor. People often say that movies aren't made for the fans like they should be. Well, this one actually kind of was made for the fans. Well, I do believe it's possible it can be enjoyed without any knowledge of Dungeons and Dragons or 5th edition or Forgotten Realms. Knowing about 5e and Forgotten Realms lore is actually beneficial to enjoying this movie, as every aspect of it is based off either a game mechanic or a piece of lore. Every location, every creature, every class ability, it's all in the player's handbook and the expansions. The movie even kind of makes a joke with how much lore it's referencing when they say that the seal was created by Mordenkainen, and like only a few people know who that actually is. But the movie isn't also just references and member berries. There's an actual story being told about an ex-harper who became a thief and was tricked by a red wizard and was betrayed by his partner, all in a failed attempt to bring back his dead wife. So the movie is a little bit of a revenge/redemption story with some comedic elements. So basically an average adventure fantasy plot. Not bad, but if you play Dungeons and Dragons and get most of the references, some of which probably went over my head, you'll definitely have increased enjoyment, to be sure. I mean, it has tons of stuff. Like, I saw someone cast Green Flame Blade. There were at least 2 Dragonborn in the movie. Oh man. And of course, attuning to magic items. That's a big game mechanic, attuning to magic items. Like, I can't remember a D&D campaign where I wasn't attuning to magic items for hours. And every character, male and female, contributed something to the adventure, especially in the final battle where they're all fighting the Red Wizard. Most definitely one of my favorite parts of that movie was that fight. As you could tell, all the characters had completely leveled up. As far as standout characters go, I think that would have to go to Hugh Grant as Forge, the Red Wizard, played by Daisy Head, and Reggie John Page as Zenik the Paladin. I love this guy. It was so cool watching him and Chris Pine play off the lawful good versus chaotic neutral dynamic. It's a shame he's only in the second half of the movie and then kind of disappears for the final act. But in that second act, he is standout. This was like one of the best characters, hands down. And that's why I think the CBR article was a bit misleading. The movie had one great masculine character that stayed consistently masculine. I recommend this movie to anyone who has played Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition and enjoyed it. If you're going into this movie completely blind without any point of reference, you may be a little bit lost. But as someone who has played Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition for almost 7 years now, I'd say the people that wrote this movie did their homework very, very well. And they adapted it pretty well. It almost feels like a campaign itself. Even the part when the plans go haywire and they have to improvise. So I'd give the movie about a 7, I think. I think it was really good. I'm hoping that like it makes its money at the box office because I don't think it was terrible. I think it was enjoyable. It did what it needed to do, and I could tell effort was put into this movie. Anyways, thank you all for watching my review of Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. This is Dash Attack. If you're new, please subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, and as always, don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you.